All right, we are at the end. It's day 25. It's Christmas Day. This is Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Monolito. This is Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Coffee. And this is, to date, the most expensive bottle I've purchased and the highest proof bottle. So, I'm going to move this glass for just a second, just to give you a little close-up. So, it's in this nice wooden box. Garrison Brothers. It's got the number of bottles that were produced out of that 6,440 bottles. It says it there. Says it there. Beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation. It's got the casket type padding on the inside. We'll take this bottle out. Move the box out the way. Comes with this nice Texas Star medallion here. So this is released once a year. This again is the Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon. So this is 68.65% ABV. So this is 137.3 proof. It's a 750 milliliter bottle. And this is, so the corn is, or the corn variety is number 1 Panhandle White. The corn harvest was in 2012. The farm was Dallam County Farm, distilled and barreled 2013. Released 2019. It's bottle number 1115. It's aged 5 years in oak. It's also signed by the owner of Garrison Brothers. I think it's Dan Garrison. Got the gold wax there. It has I believe it was a little piece of cowhide, a little leather strip here that held it together. It's got the official Texas whiskey logo on there. So I was in Total Wine October the 31st, what I'm hearing from when I got it. And I was actually in Total Wine to get a few other types of whiskey. I was looking for some single malts and some ryes. They had this case up front that had a bunch of it had like the Whistle Pig Boss Hog. It had a couple of the blue labels from Johnny Walker. Oh my God, slipped my mind for a minute. So there was 2 different types of Johnny Walker blue labels. There was Angel's Envy, Cask Strength. There was a few different things, but I saw this. It was $189.99, so with tax and everything, close to $200. And I was like, I didn't want to pass it up. The last few years they were putting it out, they sold out before it even got distributed. So I was like, when will I ever get a chance to buy this again? So I went ahead and picked it up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the color on this. You can see that is nice and dark, nice mahogany type color. 5 years in Texas sun. It's not chill filtered. This is, I think the only filtration they do is just to get the charred bits from the barrel out. So super long legs on this one. It just sticks to the glass. On the nose, got to be a little bit careful. Again, this is 137.3 proof. So it's definitely oaky. and a real like deep brown sugar on this one, with those baking spices, that kind of mixture of baking spices that you would use for like a pumpkin bread, or like a banana nut bread type pumpkin spice, or baking spices. So a mixture of like cinnamon, nutmeg, those types of things. It's not sweet though. There is some sweetness, but it's not candy sweet. And surprisingly, for 137.3 proof, the burn is not, I mean, if you take too deep of a breath, you'll definitely burn your nose hairs right out. But this is, my mouth is watering and now my nose is getting, kind of clearing it up, smelling this. Really good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and taste this. Cheers. There's the heat. Ooh. Kind of numbed my tongue there a little bit, so I'm going to take another sip of that. Get a little acclimated to it. It's just great mouthfeel. Just making me salivate. All right, one more sip. That's good. Get that charred oak. It's really oaky, but not, at least for me, it's not over oaky. It doesn't overpower it. Red Hots, those cinnamon candies, the Red Hot candies, it's spicy. A little bit of a cola type note, and butterscotch. And the spiciness lasts. Tongue is still numb from almost the tip to almost the back of the tongue. Just kind of numb. Palate is a little numb. Finish is it's a long finish. It just keeps going. It's actually a kind of a spicy sweet. Get a little bit of sweetness from like caramel brown sugar type sweetness. And then the spicy is like that cinnamon Red Hot spice. And it just keeps going. Just making my mouth continue to salivate. It's good stuff. It was expensive, but it was one of those things that when will I get it again? Will I even see it again next year? Who knows? So I took the opportunity, went ahead and bought it, spent the money. And I have to say I'm not disappointed. Man, that's hot. But good. It's not overpowering. It's not turning me off. It's not making me not want to drink this. Makes me want to continue drinking this. Definitely something you would drink on a cold day. You want to warm up. Get that hug from here all the way to your feet. This is some amazing stuff. Nose is still the same. No change. I will probably play around with this with water just to see, but I think the way it is, I'm probably going to stick with that. When this is empty, this whole package, when I put it together, is going to become a lamp. So I'm definitely not going to get rid of this. I'm going to turn that into a lamp. A few websites I've seen, Instagram sites that I've seen that turn bottles into lamps, and I think this would make an awesome looking lamp just like that. Got the lamp coming off of it. That's going to look pretty nice. Maybe do something different with might hang that on the outside of the lamp or something, but yeah. This is a beautiful presentation. I mean, for $200, I'd expect nothing less. I wouldn't want just the bottle, no matter how good it is. All right, I'm gonna take one more sip. This one's going a little bit longer, but it's because, I mean, it's a special bourbon. It's a one of a kind, limited edition. So let's take one more sip. So good. If you even ever get a chance to try this, if you're a bourbon lover, I think you'll enjoy this. All right, so that is the end of the Texas Whiskey Advent Calendar. Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year coming up soon. And I have a new respect for all the other channels that do this year after year. Don't think I'm going to be doing another one next year. But I had fun doing it. Thank you for watching. And Merry Christmas and cheers.